Sometimes we have to wonder, what planet are we on? It is now 40 degrees outside.
It was almost Mars on Friday night.
Yes.
It's kind of interesting listening to people's takes of like that
the weekend
night.
was
And,
like. Yeah.
and like one I related to was someone who was running around their house finding leaks they never thought existed in their house.
Oh,
yeah,
there's one. There's another one.
What is that hair coming from? Luckily, we are settled through this week. We've got more weather, but no big cold. So
we will gladly take some actual
I think
weather.
so. I think snow's looking pretty good right now. We got to 40 in Portland at the moment, 43 in Wiscasset, 41 in Sanford, 42 in Portsmouth, so big temperature swings. I got to look this up because I saw in Boston, this is kind of an arbitrary record, but they broke their 30-hour temperature change record. Things tend to be a little more extreme here, though, so I'm not sure if we did that. We'll have to take a look at that. Either way, big swing, right? We've got clouds out there. As I mentioned, there's a storm not that far away off to our south and east. It's actually a pretty good-looking storm on satellite, but it is a miss for us. No concerns there. Just some of the cloud shield has worked its way into the coastline here and some clouds into the mountains too. So milky sunshine is how the rest of today plays out for a lot of us. We do cool back down tonight, not to the levels that we saw, of course, on Friday into Friday night, but we'll get down into the teens and a couple of single digits out there by early tomorrow morning. Tomorrow's spent mostly in the upper 20s to around 30 degrees with a mixture of sun and clouds. And then here comes a little system. I think this is underdoing it a little with the precipitation, but it's not a big event. Looks like a little light snow overnight Tuesday, but temperatures are cold enough that we're able to accumulate it in most spots. We're probably looking at a dusting to an inch here as it comes through. And then we're in better shape on Wednesday. Whatever we get likely melts because a lot of models have us on Wednesday into the mid-40s by Wednesday afternoon, and some of us into the upper 40s. So it is pretty mild Wednesday afternoon. We clear out, and then another system tries to approach on Thursday afternoon into Thursday night. So we're trading things here. We had quiet weather, if you remember, right through that Arctic plunge. It was pretty sunny through the entire week and then stayed dry until we got the Arctic air out of here. So now we have a more active pattern, and that first system comes through. Again, not a big deal. That's Tuesday night into Wednesday. Then Wednesday afternoon looks good. Thursday during the day looks fine. Then Thursday night, this system tries to move in. Initially, maybe cold enough for some snow in a lot of spots, but the warm front drives through here, and we change over to rain late Thursday night and into Friday. And then a secondary storm is going to try to come in over the weekend. So I think the models are maybe having a little bit of a hard time resolving which is which here, because it brings that wave through on Thursday night and into early Friday, and then falls one right up behind it on Saturday, trying to give us snow into Saturday night, Sunday. We had a situation like this a month ago or so. I think they need more time to figure out what's going on here exactly. So we put this storm in the forecast, but I'm not convinced that it's going to be a huge deal at this time. More importantly for a lot of us, see that purple stays where it belongs, so to speak, up across the poles. That's where you want the polar vortex when possible. So again, minor Tuesday, a little bit bigger Thursday night, Friday, and then potentially larger on Saturday if that actually hits. It would be a mixture though, probably rain changing to snow. Signs of life out there if you like spring, getting to a sunset of 5 o'clock tomorrow over southern Maine.
That's great.
So
okay.
It's the small things, although it felt like the middle of winter, obviously, over the weekend.
Yeah.
This pattern is a little bit more like we've been seeing this winter.
It feels a little bit more like December.
Mixes, upper 30s, low 40s. That's kind of what we did through a lot of December and January.
Okay. Sounds like a good weekend. Keith, thanks.